what is going on? It's Ghost Bandit here. Today, coming at you with another video. There's been a lot of videos in the past few days. A lot's been going on, but I wanted to come and tell you guys the 5 things that I hate about trucking. And these are more like annoyances. Not so much like things I hate that would cause me to leave the industry or anything, but things that are going to bother you. And we're going to go from smallest annoyances to biggest. My smallest annoyance is people that speed up when they see that you're a prime truck and you're passing them. And I'm not saying that they speed up on purpose because it's a prime truck, but I am saying that they let other trucks by, and then you get halfway past them, they can see that there's a prime logo on your truck or a prime logo on your trailer, and then they speed up. Alright? I'm not saying it's a coincidence. I'm not saying they're doing it on purpose. I'm just saying it's unlikely that it's not on purpose. It's got to be real annoying, because then you look like the idiot that tried to pass somebody and then didn't. So that's number 5. Number 4, probably weigh scales that don't actually weigh you or don't need to weigh you, but they pull you in anyways. I have been pulled over the actual static scale once in training, and that was it. We've been pulled in while empty just to basically do a pass-through. Like, it's annoying as shit. I gotta say, that's probably the most annoying thing to have to deal with. Especially when you're going downhill and you've got that nice, cruise where you could just save some fuel, and then you gotta pull into a weigh station. It's like, really? Really? I'm empty and you couldn't tell that from over there? Like, I know some of them don't have weigh-in motion on the outside. Fair enough. But still, it's annoying. Number 3 has got to be rude workers and lumpers. You're gonna deal with this, and I don't mind so much when they're just grumpy. They're grumpy, but what annoys me the most is when they want you to do something but don't explain it properly. Like the very first load I had a drop in Detroit, and they wanted an express code. What he said to me was that I needed to pay a $200 lumper fee. We never did express codes in training. I called my trainer about it afterwards. He says he's done 2 express codes total in a year and a half. So I got the advance, I wrote out my comm check, and the guy came back. I tried to hand him my comm check, and he basically told me that was wrong. I needed an express code. He couldn't accept it, blah, blah, blah. And was kind of like, you're stupid for trying to hand me a check, basically, is what it felt like. And I was being nice to the guy and everything, and it seemed like he was trying to return the niceness, but maybe he's just always mean. The reviews for that place on Google do say that the dock workers are really rude and mean there, so I'll take it for what it is, but you're gonna deal with some dock workers that are just kind of dicks, unfortunately. My number 2 is going to be receivers that have dock lights and don't use them. Why do you have dock lights installed? Like, why would you pay the money to install dock lights if you're not going to use them? And I'm not talking about the ones that just don't light up at all because, maybe they have electrical problems or whatever, but like, at the place I'm at, there's a dock light. It's green. It's stayed green this whole time. They've been inside of my truck. They're not done unloading yet, but it never went red. Like, why bother leaving the dock light on then? Like, because at this point, it says, pull in or out on green only. Well, if it never goes red when you go in, I feel like that's a safety concern from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just don't pull out on green anymore. But it seems like, why have them installed? Like, you're wasting everybody's time by not using them, basically. Because now I'm sitting here. This place is nice enough, and they actually call you when they're done. But I've been some places that they don't tell you if they're going to call you. They don't tell you anything. They just tell you, basically, I've been places, and I'm sure other people will tell you, you'll go to a receiver, you'll park there, you'll wait 3-4 hours, then you'll go in the shipping office, and they'll be like, yeah, we had your papers done 2 hours ago. And they didn't call you, they didn't send anybody, and you just waste 2 hours there getting unloaded, basically. And 2 hours isn't that big of a deal, but I've heard of I've heard some stories of people waiting a lot longer for bills that are already done that they just don't say anything about. And my number one complaint, and before I say this, I understand that things are how they are due to space and constraints and stuff like that, but is terrible dock layout. And I don't mean like it's bad in terms of like you have to, the backing is difficult. Well, the backing being difficult kind of sucks, but like, for instance, that Detroit, Michigan one, you had to back in off of a side street, and there's no parking. So when you get there, if you don't have a dock already, you're just parked kind of in a no parking zone and just hoping that you don't get ticketed. Like, who set that up? Like, at least if you're gonna make people park on the street, talk with the city and get them to get rid of the no parking there or something, because it's just unfair to the drivers. So there's that problem. And then dock layouts where you could do a driver side back, but because of how they have it laid out, well, that doesn't come up that often actually, so I'm actually gonna skip on that one. But there's been a few instances where I could do a driver side back, but they've put something in the way so that my nose can't make the swing, so I have to go down, turn around, then come back the other way, and the thing's not there on the other side, so then you can do your swing. Like, they're asking for property damage basically, because they don't think about these things when they install. I think it was like a place where they put old tires or something like that. Like, it wasn't anything that needed to be right where it was basically by the docks. So that sucks. And tight docks, with like a fence directly in front of it, like, I get that you don't always have a choice in where you put your building and your docks and stuff like that, but I mean, come on. Like, we backed into a dock in California that was so there was like 8 docks there, but it was so tight to the front. Basically, when you went to drive in front of these trucks that were already parked in the dock, you maybe only had 3 feet to them, like on your left side, and then on your right side maybe a foot or two to the wall. Like, to back in there, basically they couldn't use half their docks because it wasn't designed for semi trucks. It was designed for like straight trucks or something, like trucks that are a lot shorter than what we have. So I gotta say, terrible dock layout is basically my biggest pet peeve, and mostly because these companies just don't care. Like, all of those other things is just, well, except for the dock light thing, is just people doing their jobs, and either they don't like them but they're getting it done, or small things. But the terrible dock layout thing, that's just like spite. That same place that in California that had the terrible thing where you couldn't really swing in, their check-in process was horrible too. There's a guy that supposedly is supposed to drive around in a golf cart and come to the trucks. It's 103 outside. I'm parked in a row of trucks on the other side of the parking lot. I had to walk all the way to the front to come and get him so we could check in because of how far away the door is. I mean, that's just terrible design, and there's just no room. I'm going to refuse to go to California over it, because every time I've been out there, either the dock is crappy, the workers are crappy, or the company doesn't have the product on time. Like, some combination of that. There is one place out there, I think it's a cold storage in Salinas, California. They are wonderful. They're probably my favorite pickup out there. We also did one out in Bakersfield at a farm. That wasn't too bad. But if you got pickups in Salinas, California, good luck. It's not a good time. And it's so crowded out there, you have to pay for parking at a lot of places. The truck stops always get full super fast. So anyways, and other people have that same sentiment that they'll skip. If you watch any of Driver Lineups videos, he will, or if you ask him, he will tell you that he won't do California either, unless the pay he probably would do it if the pay was really good, but he's not going there for $2 a mile probably. Anyways, that is all for today. I'm hoping to get some home time soon. Once I get all the stuff in my truck organized, I'll get an interior truck video. I know I was supposed to do a walk around video. I said I was gonna, and then I didn't. I'm lazy, and it's freaking cold outside. I mean, my truck looks like every other Freightliner. I'll give you a little sneak peek of my. There you go. It's a dark, bright teal color, and it has yellow, and like a lime, probably lighter than lime green prime stickers. I left all my prime stickers on. I'm not taking them off. It's not worth it for me. A lot of the guys in the OTR guys have custom stickers or whatever. If you own your own truck, or if you're on a 3-year lease, maybe, but because I'm only gonna have this truck like a year and a half, I didn't think it was worth it for me personally. That's all I have for you guys today. Once again, if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. If you want to join our Discord, Drivers Hub, that link for that will also be in the description. Anyways, have a great night.